Disclaimer: this channel is not made for monetary purposes. This channel and video is made to make people informed on some subjects and clear their regard on some of the regarded subjects. This video is made to provide information about the COVID-19 variant Omicron. Namaste. Welcome to the channel BR Info. Today we will discuss about the new variant of COVID-19 known as Omicron. Omicron is the fifth 15 letter in the Greek alphabet. The Omicron variant is known as the variant of SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. It was first reported to the World Health Organization aka WHO from South Africa on 24th November 2021. On 26th November, the WHO designated it as a variant of concern and named it Omicron. Around 10,425,479 people have been infected, which among 93% of them are of the variant Omicron in Africa. There are around 971,311 active cases till date in Africa, and many people have serious cases around the number of 2,552. There are total at least 92,830 cases have been reported as the death of people in Africa from Omicron, and at least 233,744 cases have been reported as a total death of Africans from all the variants of COVID. Here is the chart of death of COVID, and here is the COVID chart of Africa, and the top 10 countries which have the most amount of cases are South Africa at first, Morocco at second, Tunisia at third, Ethiopia at fourth, Egypt at fifth, Libya at sixth, Kenya at 7th, Zambia at 8th, Nigeria at 9th, and Botswana at 10th. Around the world, total 157 countries and territories have been affected by the outbreak of Omicron virus till date, confirmed by the official page of Wikipedia, which have taken the confirmed cases to 628,739 all around the world, confirmed by the WHO organization. Some of the countries which are affected by the Omicron virus are United Kingdom or UK, Denmark, United States or US, Germany, Norway, Canada, Nepal, India, South Africa, Botswana, Hong Kong, and Israel, etc. The danger of Omicron. On November 25th, South African scientists announced the discovery of a new heavily mutated variant of coronavirus. Triggering global panic, countries quickly imposed travel bans and closed their borders. But the variant has already been detected in at least 23 countries, which are actually confirmed by WHO. The danger of Omicron is not supposed to be ignored, as the variant has an unusually large amount of mutations, several of which are novel or dangerous, and a significant number of which affect the spike protein targeted by most COVID-19 vaccines at the time of the discovery of the Omicron variant. This level of variation has led to concerns regarding its transmissibility, immune system evasion, and vaccine resistance. However, a growing body of evidence indicates that the Omicron variant is less virulent than the previous strains, especially compared to Delta variant. The variant was quickly designated as being of concern, and travel restrictions were introduced by various countries in an attempt to slow its international spread. Omicron is believed to be far more contagious and believed to be spreading much quicker and to multiply around 70 times faster than the Delta variant in bronchi or lung airways, but to be less able to penetrate deep lung tissues, leading scientists to consider this reason as the cause of reduction in risks of severe disease requiring hospitalization when compared to previously identified variants of concern. However, the extremely high rate of spread, combined with its ability to evade both double vaccination and the body's immune system, means that the total number of patients requiring hospital care at given time is still a great concern. Many scientists still believe that this new variant will be immune or resistant to the vaccine developed and given before it was founded. The Omicron variant of the coronavirus has around 50 genetic mutations and 36 of them are all in the important spike. This is the part that lets the virus attach the virus to the human cells and worm its way inside. Those spikes play a critical role in the biggest unknown. News about this variant. How easily will Omicron pass from person to person? How sick it will make us, and how well our vaccines and immune system protect us from it? Scientists are just beginning to untangle Omicron's mysteries, but the location of mutations in key parts of the spike provides some clues. But not much is known about the variants is close to date. Here is the chart of the mutations of Delta and Omicron. As you can see, this is the close-on microscopic picture of the spike. As you can see, the Delta has a lower amount of mutations, but the Omicron variant has a lot of mutations, which makes it a lot much dangerous. Here is the picture of Omicron spikes and its virus. This spike right here helps the virus to enter human cells. This spike is the one that bypasses most of the vaccine, and this spike is the one that transmits the virus. This is the picture of the spike of Omicron. As you can see that there are a lot of spike proteins in the spikes, which makes it a lot more dangerous. The origin of Omicron. Many people believe that the virus originated from a mouse. The virus was transmitted from a human to a mouse, which mutated in the body system of mouse for many days or months in the middle of the time year 2020. People believe it to be so due to the following reasons stated by some scientists. Number 1. The origin of Omicron variant SARS-CoV-2 is uncertain because it contains a large number of mutations that are rare in other known human variants. Number 2. The most popular theory is that Omicron evolved during a protected information of an individual with a compromised immune system. Scientists at the Chinese Academy of Science now report that they have found a pattern of mutations in Omicron that is typical to a virus that has infected mice. They believe SARS-CoV-2 jumped from a human to a mouse in mid-2020s and then back to a human in late 21. They said it is unlikely that the intermediate host was a laboratory mouse, and they likely believe it to be a stray mouse that probably ate the food that was mixed with the patient's saliva. The symptoms of Omicron. As of November 28, 2021, the WHO organization updates status that there is currently no information to suggest that the symptoms associated with Omicron are different from other variants. A study performed between 1 and 7th December by the Center for Disease Control found that the most commonly reported symptoms were cough, fatigue, congestion, or runny nose, making it difficult to distinguish from a less damaging variant or other viruses. Research published in London on 25th December 2021 suggests the frequent symptoms stated by the users of the Joe COVID app were a runny nose, headache, fatigue, sneezing, and sore throats. A unique reported symptom of variant is night sweats. As you can see in the screen, there are some symptoms of COVID and Omicron. Number 1 is sneezing, which is the most common. These are the most common symptoms: sneezing, headache, runny nose, loss of smell, sore throat, cough, and fever. Now on to the next step, the prevention methods of Omicron. As with other variants, the WHO recommends that people continue to keep enclosed places well ventilated, avoid crowding and close contact, wear well-fitting masks, clean hands frequently, and get vaccinated. On 26 November 2021, BioNTech said it would know in 2 weeks whether the current vaccine is affected the variant, and that an updated vaccine will be shipped in 100 days if necessary. AstraZeneca, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson's were also studying the variant's impact on effectiveness of the vaccines. On the same day, Novavax stated that it was developing an updated vaccine requiring 2 doses for the Omicron variant, which the company expected to be ready and testing and manufacturing within a few weeks. On 29th November 2021, the Gamaleya Institute said that sputtering light should be effective against the variant, that it would begin adapting Sputnik V, and that a modified version would be ready for mass production in 45 days. Sinovac said it would quickly mass produce an inactive vaccine against the variant, and that it was monitoring surgeries and collecting samples of the variant to determine if a new vaccine is needed. On 7 December 2021, at a symposium in Brazil with its partner Instituto Butantan, Sinovac said it would update its vaccine to the new variant and make it available in 3 months. On December 2nd, the Finlay Institute was already developing a version of Sovalena Plus against the variant. On 29th November 2021, the WHO said cases and infections are expected among those vaccinated, albeit in a small and a proportion. On 7th December 2021, preliminary research from a laboratory test conducted at the Africa Health Research Institute in Durban with 12 people who received Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine found a 41-fold reduction in neutralizing antibody activity against the variant in some of the samples. This is a big reduction, but it does not mean that the variant can escape vaccine completely. So vaccination with current vaccine is still recommended. Neutralizing antibody activity against the variant was greater in those fully vaccinated after being infected about a year earlier. Effectiveness estimates will likely change as more data is collected, as antibodies generated by vaccination vary widely between individuals and the sample was small. On 8 December 2021, Pfizer and BioNTech reported that preliminary data indicated that the third dose of the vaccine would provide a similar layer of neutralizing antibodies against the variant as seen as other variants after 2 doses. On 30th December 2021, the UK Health Security Agency reported that early data indicated a 20 to 44 reduction in neutralizing activity from Omicron by sera from Pfizer 2-dose vaccines relative to earlier stages and a 24 reduction relative to Delta. The reduction was greater in sera from AstraZeneca 2-dose vaccine, falling below the detectable threshold, and mRNA booster dose produced a similar increase in neutralizing activity. Regardless of the activity, vaccines should be used for primary vaccination. After a boost dose, usually with an mRNA vaccine effectiveness against symptomatic disease was at 70% to 75%, and the effectiveness against severe disease was expected to be higher on 26 November 2021. The WHO asked citizens to do the following: enhance surveillance and sequencing efforts to better understanding and circulating SARS-CoV-2 variants, submit complete genome sequences and associated metadata to a publicly available database such as GISAID, report initial cases/clusters associated with virus of concern due to WSOF, whom through the ISR mechanics where capacity exists and coordination with the international community performs field investigation and laboratory assessments to improve understanding of potential impacts of the virus and concern on COVID-19 epidemiology, severity, and the effectiveness of public health and social measures, diagnostic methods, immune responses, antibody neutralization, or other relevant characteristics. Diagnosis of Omicron. The FDA has published guidelines on how PCR tests will be affected by Omicron tests that detect multiple gene targets will continue to identify the patient as positive for COVID-19. As gene dropout or target failure has been proposed as a short way ahead to differentiating Omicron from Delta. The variant can also be identified by sequencing and genotyping. Treatment of Omicron. Steroids such as dexamethasone and IL-6 receptors blockers such as tocilizumab, Asimitra are known to be effective for managing patients with the earliest stages of severe COVID-19. The impact of effectiveness of other treatments was being assessed in 2021. On 29 November 2021, Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla said that Pfizer had submitted an emergency use authorization application for FDA development of the NRA virus and 3 viral drug Paxlovid, and the company was confident that it could treat the Omicron variant. Medical certification needed. Merck and Rizback were evaluating the anti-DNA virus anti-RNA virus drug molnupiravir for Omicron treatment at the time, relating to monoclonal antibodies (MABS) treatments. Similar testings and research is going on. Clinical data on vitro pseudotyped virus demonstrated that some MAB is designed to use highly conserved epitopes retain neutralizing activity against key mutations of Omicron substitutes. Similar results are confirmed by electron microscopy and X-ray data, also providing the structure, approach, and molecular basis for the evasion of viral immunity exhibited by Omicron antigenic shift, as well as the importance of targeting constructed epitopes for vaccine and therapeutic design. While 7 clinical MABS or MAB cocktails experience loss of neutralizing activity of 1 or 2 orders of magnitude are greater relative to the prototypic virus, the H309 MAB, the parent of MAB of Sotrovira, neutralized Omicron with only 2 to 3 fold reduced potency. Further data suggests Omicron would cause significant viral immune evasion, while neutralizing antibodies targeting the sarbecovirus conserved reason made bomb out the variant effective in NEET. Most receptor binding motif RBM directed monoclonal antibodies lost in vitro neutralizing activity against Omicron, with only 3 out of MABS examined in other study retaining unaltered potency. Furthermore, a fraction of Boolean neutralizing Sarbos maps neutralize Omicron through recognition of antigenic sites outside of RBM, including Soctomore, VIR731, S2X259, and S2S97. I request all of the viewers who are watching this video to get their COVID-19 vaccine, even though they have still not, and wear their masks whenever they go out, wear hand sanitizer, and wear a face shield. This will help in reducing the effects of the virus. Conclusion. At last, I would like to include that the Omicron variant made a ruckus all around the world, and many people are panicking as the danger of the virus is still not confirmed. So we should follow all of the procedures that we followed like before. Wearing masks, sanitizing hands, using face shield, social distance of 6 feet, and to make sure careful when you go out and to be vaccinated, as it also plays a major role in fact restricting the damage which will be caused by the Omicron variant, but we still don't know the danger, so we should be careless. Thanks for sticking to the end of the video, and if you want more videos like this, then please like and subscribe to the channel, and sharing the video would be amazing. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you.